there, Kim here. Hope you're doing really fantastic. We're having lovely weather right now and just enjoy it while you can. But I'm here to show you my drawing. It's like a painting. I do pastel drawings, which are very much pastels or chalk, right? And they were used in the ancient times when you think about it, caves and all, and they used it then. So it's quite an ancient thing when you think about it. It just occurred to me the other day. So I'm doing this chalk painting of a dragon, and he's an underwater sea dragon. Of course he's blue. I just love blue. Anyway, so I've done this Photoshop tutorial of what I did with him next. So just bear in mind I have completed the painting, so I did a video and I'll put that in now. I did a video of me drawing this dragon and shading him in from start to finish, the background and everything. And now I've got it on Photoshop and I'm going to show you what I've done next. So bear with me. There you have your photograph, and it's on a lock system here, right? So I want to put another layer on. So I've clicked the button for the layer. I'm going into a solid colour and I want black. Okay. Press OK. I'm unlocking that picture and moving it up above that black layer that I've created. So now you go into Edit and go into Transform and Perspective. So basically now I'm just sorting out the perspective of the drawing because there's edges that I don't want, and rather than crop it, you can then just adjust it this way, which I've discovered, which is amazing. So I'm just pulling out the corners here to level it off. Just pull and drag. You have to go into Edit and Transform, Perspective. That's where you're going to. There's probably a shortcut for it, but I just do it the old-fashioned way. So I'm just putting it on the screen, see it's how it's looking. Zoom out again. Zoom out again. Go into Edit again. Transform, Perspective. Just finishing off these corners. Or you could just crop it if you wanted to, it's up to yourself. I'm trying it this way. Now I want to fix the right hand corner. So I'm going into Transform again, but I'm going into Warp. And then drag it down, adjust it how you want. You can actually click on the picture itself and pull it in the direction that you want it to go in. So I'm just adjusting that. Adjusting the top edge as well, where his wing is. I just want to see everything that I've drawn, you know. The whole point of drawing it is to be seen. Just adjusting the edges again. Make sure I've got them where I want them. I'm just pointing his nose in the direction I want as well. Which is cool that you can do that. Zooming in there, just checking everything. Fit it on the screen. The little tool there is a zoom tool, so I'm going into curves. Adjusting the curves. I just want it a bit darker because it is actually a bit darker in the original. Just want to adjust that. I don't need it I don't need the whites highlighted any more than what they are. And I'm just wanting to check the colours against the originals. So that's that one that I've just adjusted, and that's the original, so really happy with that. Just delete that out of the way, don't need it. Just enlarging it again, the filter, sharpen the edges. Just have a look at that. Put it on the screen again. Image size, I want to change the resolution to 300, which is a far better resolution. Press OK. So it's image size you go into. Pick your colour. I want a nice blue. I'm just checking the shades there. Say OK. Use your brush tool in the size you want, and pick and do your brush stroke. I want this brush stroke going through the back as well. Going over it a bit more. It's on a soft brush at 464 I have it at, because it's at 300 pixels, remember, for the image size, and it's quite a big image. Going into layer, layer style, blending options, right? So you can pick an outer glow. I'm just checking this out to see what it looks like. Again, if you don't like anything, you can take it out. So I want to use that layer that it's on. You can use the under layer as well, but I'm just checking out what it looks like. You can always, you know, undo things. Just adjust the level. And how I did that was you click Alt, click on that button there, and click Alt, and then it'll divide. So you can adjust it to what you want. Just have a fiddle around with that to see what you like. If you don't like it, you can do something else. So I'm going into colour dodge. Before that, it's got more of glow anyway, and it's see-through as well. The other colours are in the background, and it's like a wash of colour. So definitely like that. I'm just zooming in a bit, using my brush again, reducing the size because I want to add smaller brush strokes. That's maybe too small, so you can undo that. Enlarge it again to 155. And just continuing on with this brush stroke. We're on the same layer too there, so you can name your layers if you want, but I don't. I normally just click on them to know which they are. So I'm just trying these different brush strokes. Didn't like that one. Checking that out, see what it's like. So selecting the colour again, press OK. Go into the brush setting. Select your layer and your brush size, reducing it down. 259 or so, just thickening up some of those lines that I I like to zoom in to see what I'm really doing, because it just helps me. So I want some finer lines around this one. You can have a try out and see what things are like for you. Have a look at it. Trying an overlay, it's too dark. Linear burn. Colour dodge looks good. Lighter dodge too bright. Lighter colour, just overlay. Soft light, they're all too dark. Hard light, vivid light, linear light, pan, hard mix, difference, exclusion, subtract, divide, hue, saturation, color, luminosity. So it seems to be color dodge, looks really well, really like that. Overlay, no. Color dodge it is. So you can check it out and see what suits you and what, you know, you prefer. So all you do is edit and undo, so don't worry about anything. Filter, go into unsharp mask, filter unsharp mask. If you want to sharpen anything up there. Threshold. Say okay, I put it at 5. Just checking it out, see what it looks like. So I'm undoing the unsharp mask. I'm just checking things out to see what they're like and see how it looks. And you can do that as you go along. Have a, you know, root around, see what suits you best. So I'm save as, so file, save as. Save on your computer. I think it's important to save things as you go along, just so you can show before and after as well. And go into JPEGs. And I'm just saving it there as unsharp. And just save. So let myself know I didn't sharpen the photo. It'll say progressive there at 5, that's the highest one you can go at. So click on your layer, your actual picture. And at the bottom there, there's more tools, so go into the burn tool. I'm just showing you these things of what you can do as well. So you can go into your burn tool, and I want to darken this corner down a bit. You have to select your layer, guys, so remember that. So I selected the layer of the photograph of my drawing. It's a photograph of my drawing. And then just darkening the other side of the wing. And again, if you don't like it, you can always change it. So pick your spot healing tool, increase the size of your brush size. You go into your magnifier. Use the magnifier quite a bit just to see what I'm doing, and then you can see what you're doing there. So that because this is a chalk drawing, there are some white dots. I mean, you know, it's the nature of the material, it's the nature of the chalk. So I'm just going over some of the dots that I want to erase. So that's really handy, just to eliminate anything you don't want there. I mean, this drawing is going to be in the video for about 4 seconds. So it is. So and a lot of work just for 4 seconds, but just checking the layers, doing the brush tool again. So you know you get bits of reflective water. This is what this represents, this wave, so I'm really pleased how it's coming along. You just have to fiddle around with things, guys, and just you know, see how it goes. See what suits your picture and what suits, you know, the image, the overall image, and what you're trying to convey as well. So I'm going into the underlying layer here. You just click on the right hand side of your layer panel. or I want to do this layer instead, I'll go between the two, see what way it looks, and press Alt on that button there just to divide them, and then you can scroll up and down there just to check it out for yourself, you know, just to check what you want to do, what way you want your piece of work to look like. And just bear in mind, this is a chalk drawing that I'm doing, so I'm adding these elements to it that I couldn't do with the chalk. You know, you can add chalk over chalk, but you wouldn't get it, you know, blended like this as much, like a transparent layer. So I'm just adjusting this level here just to, and then press OK. You can do the fill. The fill is to increase the opacity of the colour, but I'm just keeping it at full strength at 100%. You can use the opacity button as well and then fit on the screen, but I don't want to decrease it because I like the way the layers are coming through. The chalk layers are coming through, and I quite like that transparent. So I'm going into the brush again. It's the same colour of blue that I've used below. Just seems to be highlighting those areas that I've already created in real life pastels. So I'm just going over those with that blue colour. Selecting a lighter blue, press OK, press your brush just to see what it's like. So this is more like a dark mauve colour because it's mixed then with navy, like a royal blue navy, and I'll check that out, see what it's like. Run colour dodge and just delete, using the eraser, just highlighting some of the areas around the edges there with the eraser button, just to take the edges off. So it's fading into his nose, you know, it's not going right up to his nose. So I quite like that. It's looking promising. So against the black there, it's creating a bit more depth to it. And I want to try this corner up the right hand corner. So going over these layers here, using the big brush, a big enough brush at 95. The same colour of blue as before for this top right hand corner, and just highlighting that using colour dodge. It's on colour dodge already, so while your layer is on colour dodge, you can paint on other areas. If you have it selected, it'll see if you're putting in different layers all the time. Then you might want to put different layers in. I mean, it's up to yourself. So I found out that this works for me better with this painting, so I'm using that colour dodge and those colours of blue. So it's just a matter of drawing in the lines where I want them to go. I've increased that brush size to 322 there, and I really like that as well because it highlights the turquoise blue. It's a lovely colour. Really enjoying that colour, turquoise. Definitely don't want that panel. Just delete that layer there. So that's with it. That's with it off. Just zoom in, check it out. Because basically chalk is, you know, a substance where it goes into the grain of the paper, so you will get white dots, but the bigger white dots I actually go in and do the healing brush, because I still want the texture of the chalk and the paper, you know. But any big dots that I see, I'll use the spot healing brush for that. because you want your personality of your drawing to come through. So just if they're really noticeable, you know, like they're in the way, if you know what I mean, I'll eliminate them. So go into File, Save As, JPEG. So I'm just doing this unsharp 2. Save, progressive at 5 scans, quality at 10, say OK. Where we are now is we've got our lights done, and so I want to put in some colours into the wings. The wings are just white, and I'm just using the lasso tool and going around some of the colours here in the background of my drawing. So it's a bit of blue and mauve colours there. So just do edit, copy and paste, and then I'm using the move tool just to move it into place, just to roughly see where I'm going with it. And then the opacity button, I'm reducing it down a bit to see what I need to do with it. And using the eraser tool, just to erase in a soft brush around the edges. And then edit, transform and warp, just to fill in the spaces of the white wing. And then press OK for that, use the tick button. Then use your eraser tool and just go around your edges. Put it on the screen, see how it looks. So it's quite nice, I like that. Because when I was doing the painting, I didn't want to paint those wings in, because I wanted the light to go there, and I knew I would use Photoshop and I could put colours in the background there of that wing. So I've used that layer. That's a layer there now, layer 3. So I've copied that layer. So to copy a layer, just go Ctrl+J for Windows, and use your move tool just to move it into place, just roughly for yourself. I'm just increasing the size there. Use your rubber tool, eraser tool, to go around the areas that you want to eliminate. It's overlapping onto the background, so I want to get rid of that. It's starting to rain now, so you might hear the rain on the roof here, but I'll just continue on anyway. So I'm just taking all the layers off just to let you see how far we've come. So layer 1, curves. Curves on and off there, just to let you see. Layer 2, that's our nice legs. Layer 3 is our wing, and layer 3 is the other wing, the lower part of the wing. Just made a copy of it. So copy is Ctrl+J. Eraser tool again, increase the size a little bit. Not a good bit, 150. Go around your areas. Select your layer. So it's layer 2, just raising that a bit. Around the edge of the wing. Increase the size a bit more. So that tip of the dragon's horn there, just to let you see it, because I don't want it hidden. So I quite like that. So again, just drawing around with the lasso tool, around this area near this wing, just trying the darker area to see what it's like. I don't use it in the end, but I want to check out to see what it's like. Make sure you select your drawing, that's not a problem, just select it now. Edit, copy, edit, paste, and then use your move tool to move into place. Just roughly see what it's like. I don't want to do the arms of the dragon there, but I want to do the wing with these colours to see what they're like. And just decrease your opacity there on your right hand panel. I've reduced it to 70%. Into edit. Free transform. I'm just using the edit transform warp tool just to put it in its place. I don't actually use this section, so I'll just fast forward it just to let you see what I've been doing. I'm just going to do the same thing again, just copy and paste your layer and transform warp, and you can rotate it, turn it round and fit it into your area. I'll just fast forward it again because it's the same thing as we did in the last wing. So we've now got our other wing nearly sorted out, and basically there are some areas in it that are overlapping and they're went darker, so I'm going to go into that now and use a large brush and the eraser tool just to blend those two together. So that's the final part of deletion, so it's more blended there. I'm really pleased with that. You can see the veins of the wings coming through, so that's all good. Put it on the screen, now it looks really well. So I've got the other tip of the wing to do and the lower part of the wing to do. So again, I'll just fast forward that rather than, so it's just copy and paste again, and just fast forward that for you guys. I go into edit, transform and warp again as well, just to arrange it as well. So it's the same process. And make sure you select your painting. This little part here, I'm trying to use the dark end of the sea to see what it's like showing through the dragon's wing, but I don't use it in the end, but I'll show you it in fast motion anyway. Basically, I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I prefer just the purple coming through. I seem to react more with the light coming through the, you know, the top of the painting where the light's flickering through onto the dragon. So the light of the sun and all that sort of thing. So it's okay, but I don't like it, and I don't use it. So this is the final drawing. Just adjusting a few things on the wing, just last minute tweaks. It's brightened up a bit again. So just tidying up a little bit of the dragon's horn, because there were some bits of blue there that I didn't want. So I'm just taking off all the little bits that we did by just hitting the icon, the eye icon on the right hand panel, and then putting them back on again, just to let you see it's like. And that's our final drawing. So just go up to File, Save As, save on your computer, change it to JPEGs or TIFF or whatever you want. So progressive, quality 10, scans 5, it's the highest quality you can get. And that's it, guys. It's a really, really interesting project for me too, because a simple thing like just adding some colours to the wings, eliminating some dots, putting in some, you know, some slashes of turquoise blue in the water, and it's really interesting to go through the process to bring your painting to life as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you really enjoyed that. And it's taken me about an hour and 25 minutes just to do that, which isn't bad. I mean, you could spend longer and longer if you wanted, but I'm really pleased how it's turned out, and I hope you've enjoyed this little demonstration of what you can do, you know, with your projects, because if someone can show you something, you know, it helps you to develop your own style and your own way of doing things. I mean, I use the eraser tool a lot. I know people use like the lasso tool or the, you know, that sort of thing to do a layer and all that, and to do, you know, do an outline, like cut out the object that they need to cut out. But I use the eraser tool a lot, and I find it really helpful. I just find it easier to work with for me, for what I'm doing. But everyone's different, and you'll find your own way of doing things as well. And I want to thank you for joining me, and thank you for your time. And I hope you'll come back again. And thanks again for watching.